Hey friends, welcome back to Crusty Cranks. All right, got a little cool video for you today. We're going to paint this 5-inch bluegill, and we're going to paint it using Gaahleri paints. And Gaahleri reached out to me a while back and sent me a Mobius .2 needle, and I've been using that. Some of the videos you see me using it, but we decided we would do another collaboration. So they gave me a choice of picking one of their sets of paints, and they have like 4 different sets, I believe. So I started off with the Part A primary set, primary A, and I'll show you the colors here in a second and what we got and why I picked that set. But yeah, we're gonna do a little collaboration with them for probably for the next month or so. I'm gonna be painting with their paints only, unless I want to do like some iridescence or something, because the set I have doesn't have iridescence in it. It's all just primary colors. We're gonna mix some colors too, but yeah, I'm probably going to do some videos with those and show you what their paint line looks like. They got some really cool colors. But yeah, let's get started. Let's take a look at them, and I'll show you what I got. They also reached out to me about, after I picked the paint set, they told me to pick another airbrush too. So I've got a .3 Mobius as well. So those are going to be my two primary, probably my two primary brushes that I'm going to use. And I'll talk a little bit more about the brushes as we paint and stuff, and in different videos how I like them. But yeah, so let's take a look at what I got. Okay, here's the bluegill. I'll give you a little closer up view of it when we get done at the end. But here's the two brushes. I got the Mobius 3. It's got the bigger bowl on it. I'll probably get me another bowl. That's the nice thing about these is I can change the size of my bowls. I like the smaller cups, so I'll probably get a smaller cup for that. And then probably a backup needle for both of them, just in case something happens. I get a ding or something on it. But so those are the two brushes, a .2 and a .3. And the really nice thing about these is the triggers. I love the triggers because the way they're angled, you can get some nice control over them. And they're really smooth. These brushes are really smooth. And I'm not just saying that because they gave them to me. I'm used to using Master and my Iwata HPCS. But man, I started using these. Nice brushes, nice brushes. I've already painted a few. That's why I took them all out of the box, because I didn't want to spend time doing a unboxing and all that stuff. But yeah, that's the two brushes, and you'll see me using these a lot, because I got to really get used to them. They're both premium brushes. I'll put a link in the description if you're interested in picking some up. I think you get a 10% discount if you use my link on the brushes. So yeah, that's the two brushes. Oops, sorry about that. Always bump the camera because it's right here. All right, so this is the colors. And the reason I really like the Part A, the System A or whatever it is, Primary Set A, I think that's what it's called, Primary Set A. I'll put a link to those two. But look at the greens. I got 4 different greens here. Actually, this cream yellow is kind of a cool color too. I got two yellows. This one's an orange yellow. Then look, 3 different oranges. I got 2 different reds. I got a salmon, pink. You'll see me using all these colors. I got more blues back here. There's like 4 different colors of blues. There's 2 different grays, a dark gray and a lighter gray. There's 2 different whites. There's an off-white and a somewhat of a bright white, a pink, and I got black. So the primary set come with 24 colors, and these are all the colors right here. Like I said, we'll be using them, so you'll get to see what they look like on a bait. Yeah, and then the other thing they sent me with the paints came thinner and cleaner. And I did use the cleaner, and it works pretty good. Gets the stuff right out of the bowl. So that's important when you're in a hurry. On top of that, I got a big bottle of primer here. It's gray. You can always use gray as a base and then spray a little white over top of it. Gives it a nice, good base for the plastics. Because I'll do 2 or 3 coats of paint of white on my baits anyway when I prime them up. And then I got this acrylic varnish gloss, which is like the Createx top coat. I already used this on some baits, and I really like it. I like that I got a big bottle of it, too. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick out some colors for this bluegill. And we're going to pick out some colors out of these sets that I think I'm going to try. And we're going to start painting with these and see how they work for baits. So let's get on to painting. Okay, I think I got some colors picked out here. I got white, but I'm not going to use white unless I have to tone it back a little bit, because I've already got the pearlescent iridescent pearl in there. So we're going to go to the yellow first. This is a cream yellow, and then we're going to the orange yellow, and then we're going to I've got some lime green. I've got some blue gray I'm going to use on the stencil for the stripes. I got a little violet for the body. Then I got some dark green, which is like kind of like the detail moss green. Then I got some black. So we'll use the black on the ear and tone back the color, or tone up the colors a little bit if I need to in the black. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Got them all picked out, and let's get some paint in the brush and get the painting. Okay. Gotta get used to this brush a little bit. The 3 I'm gonna have to play around with a little bit, but I'm using the 0.2 now. I just want to get that little bit of hint. I don't want to overpower it, but that's what that cream yellow looks like. All right. Bring up the body a little bit. I think I'm going to do a little bit across the top up here. Just get a little bit of a yellow under that green. These baits, you gotta make sure you get the back of these fins. All right, I like that color, that yellow. All right, we'll get this cleaned out, get the next color on. Okay, next color is gonna be this orange yellow. And one thing about these paints is I don't have to put much in there at all. It seems like a little bit goes a long way. I'll get a little on the tail back here, a little bit on the sides of the belly. Okay. It's a little bit on the face. All right, this is gonna be a quick one. Zapping through these colors. That was the orange yellow. Okay, next color, lime green. Now what I've noticed is these are not as bright as the colors that we're used to using with the Createx, the lime greens, the lime light greens, and that kind of thing. These are more of a soft, I want to say more like illustration colors, which I really like, because it's going to give me a little more variation to be able to blend in colors and stuff. You know, you guys know I love blending colors and creating beautiful blends. And sometimes you just get, sometimes your colors are just a little too overpowering. And I think these are going to be a really nice addition. Because like down here, usually I'll use a detail moss green, and that can get away from you fast if you're not careful. It can get dark on you real fast. But like I said, these are more of like an illustration colors, and I kind of like that. Kind of a softer lime green. Things can look dynamite when you get that epoxies on it. A little bit more on this side, and it don't take much paint. And the nice thing about these brushes that I like is this Mac valve is really, you can get a lot of adjustment out of it. I mean, you can take it down. I've got it almost probably about a quarter of a way out from completely closed. And I haven't had tip dry with this paint at once yet. All right. Looking good, looking good. All right, next color. Okay, next we're going with the blue gray. I got it propped up a little bit, so hopefully you can see a little better. I'm reaching around the camera here, so I'll try to do this in little sections. I'm using the Insane custom stencils. Let's start down here on this end. Trying to get this one tight. Yeah, I think I'm gonna switch to the little one on the front part. Got the smaller one. I think I'm gonna try the smaller one. Yeah, and we'll make the back the same so we can keep it the same. Cool. Now we need to ease up just a little higher. Let me line that back up. That's cool. That looks good. Bring this one up just a little higher. Yeah. All right. Moss green. Well, actually, it's gonna be dark green. Be our next color. So, bring you back. All right, going with the dark green. Got some, got a little bit too much cleaner in there. Got it in behind the thumb. Back of the fins. Try not to go down too far because I want to get that violet on there without not covering it up. I don't think I'm going to have to add any black. And I forgot to pull out a blue, a light blue. So I'm going to pull out a light blue and get that cheek a little bit. I got a little too dark on that side. I might as well even it up. All right. Liking it. All right. Let me get that violet on there. Do the fin work and some gills. Probably lighten the gills up a little bit. Get our ear on there. Yeah. Okay, so I found a blue. It's a little darker than what I want, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and put the white on these fins and the ear. So I'm going to lighten these fins up a little bit. Gonna put the fins on. Yep, sorry about that. And then I'm going to put a little drop of that blue in there. And it's a little brighter than what I'm expecting, what I'm wanting. But we'll do it like this. Put a drop in there and lighten it up with the white that's already in there. That's the wrong one. I guess it's one underneath. Yeah. I'll get the right one in a second here. This one's it. So whenever you're using these kind of stencils, whether you get them from me or you make your own, you don't have to mash them all down on the whole bait. All you really got to do is just stick them down around the area that you're spraying. And I want to get this pretty white right here. I might have to hit it a couple times to cover up that green. Mostly on the edges. And hit it with some air. Okay, we'll let that dry and we'll do the other side. Then I'll bring you back and show you putting on the putting the blue cheeks on. Okay, got a little I went with the sky blue. I'm just gonna do straight out of the bottle. I decided not to do the white because I kind of want to see what it's going to look like on here anyway. So let's do. I think it's going to look all right. It's going to be a little dark on top of that, but I think we'll be fine. Yeah. Get a little bit under the chin. All right, let me get the fins done. Put the ear on, and then we got to put the purple on, the violet. We'll do the violet next. Okay, we're going to put the black on the ear tab. What I did was I took my stencil, I'll see if you can see that, and I stepped it back just a little bit because I want to leave a little bit of a white outline around the top of the ear. So, and this is the only one I'm using my little master on because it's my black brush. I always keep it for black. That way I don't always have to dirty up my brush and clean it out again. So I just keep one for black. It's just got a little bow on it. I can put a little black in it. And there I get put my stencil back on the paper here. And I get my little black and white ear. Works out pretty good that way. All right, flip it over and put the other side on it. That was the Gaahleri black. Hopefully so what I do is I line it up by eye right here, and then I just move it back just a little bit. Now stick it down. And I can tell because I can see the bottom white and the green where they run together. So, and if you don't get it perfect, it's no big deal. That's pretty good. There we go. Didn't line up as perfect as the other one, but looks good enough to me. All right. I'm going to tint these fins a little bit. First, I'm going to put some orange on them. Give them a little bit of an orange color. Okay, I got the violet in there. I'm going to go really light on this because I don't know what to expect. And then I'm not going to overpower it with this violet. So we'll start it out and see what it looks like. I don't really want to kill it. Just kind of putting that little bit of a violet tint to it. It said violet. A violent tint. It's not giving me the iridescent look that I like, but we'll see what it looks like. It's gonna take some time when you got a new paint system to get to know what these colors do. But I think I'm gonna stay like that. I kind of like that. That's a little. I don't want to overpower it for sure. I maybe should have put it on first before I put the stripes on, maybe. But I don't know. We'll see what it looks like with the clear coat, but that's all I'm going to do with it. Okay. Shake this up real good. This is what we're going to use. It's acrylic varnish gloss. And I actually sprayed this on a couple baits that I'm putting up on the Whatnot show, so I thought I would just check it out and see what it does. It dries pretty hard, so but you're still gonna have to epoxy. It's not it's a water base, so you know you gotta put some epoxy on it. But it's just similar to the Createx gloss. I'm doing this out of my water because I don't want to gum up my brushes. I went on and put some natural looking eyes on it too. Put a nice thick coat on it. And like I said, we're still going to epoxy it. Probably Bob Smith is what I use on these, just because I can do half, and usually in an hour or so I can do the other half. And another tip for when you're doing these jointed baits is when you're putting the epoxy on them, put you a set of a rubber band down in there to protect your hinge. I don't know if I've ever said that on this channel or not, but it's what I usually do with these. Oh, kind of getting out of camera here. I'm putting it on pretty heavy because you guys see me holding it with my fingers. Probably like, why don't he have gloves on? I don't ever wear gloves. If I coat it with a top coat, I don't have any problems with my epoxies. Put a little more in there than I needed, but so yeah, that's a good top coat. Nice and glossy. Okay, friends, here's our finished Gaahleri bluegill. I like it. Turned out good. I'm happy with it. I apologize. I left. Well, actually, I had a corrupted file when I was doing. I went on and put some spots on his face and gills a little bit, some black spots, since I had the black in there and was doing the ear tab and stuff. And then I put a little red dot on his gill too, and that file that I recorded was corrupted. It wouldn't, for some reason I couldn't get it to open up, but so you know, I'll show you that next time or something. I just used the little stencil from was it Insane Custom Stencils? Yeah, there was the spots on the Insane Custom Stencils bluegill stencil I was using. So yeah, sorry about that, but he turned out pretty good. I actually went on and put the varnish spray on there, and then I was like, man, I need to put some spots on his face. It looks too plain, but I really like the way the blue-gray turned out for the stripes. Not too dominant. They kind of fade back in there. They looked really good. I'm happy with it. This is the first kind of, he's a little different. I paint a bunch of these, and every one of them always turns out a little different, which is fine because they're custom. But yeah, I like the paints. I really like the paints. Like I said, I'm gonna be using them more in a lot more videos coming up. I'm gonna be mixing them with other colors too, just to see how they work, you know, together with other colors. And then I'll probably get some of the other paint lines that they have. I keep saying part, but it's primary B. And then they have some metallics and some gold, some silvers and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll probably pick up some of them. You know, if they wanna send them to me, I'll use them. But I appreciate all you guys hanging out with me. Sorry I didn't get a video up last month. It was crazy. I got a new little grandson. I'm a grandpa now, and it was kind of a crazy month with his little butt coming home. So we spent some good time down at the hospital back and forth. He was actually a month early. So I apologize for not getting much videos out. I'm gonna see what I can do this month, get a bunch out for you, especially using their paints. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. I put the colors down at the beginning of the video. I'll put a link in the description to the paints, the airbrushes, and all that. And I believe you get a 10% discount when you use my code or my link. So if you'd like to try out some of these brushes, I'm really liking the Mobiuses. I love that trigger. It's when you paint a lot of baits and you get that finger fatigue from painting all day long, days in a row, that trigger makes a big difference. So yeah, I'll talk more about the brushes as we move along, but I appreciate you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, ring that notification bell so you get notified when I put up a next video. And always remember, stay crusty, my friends.